Problem 20. The least common multiple of A and B is 12. We also know that the least common multiple of B and C is 15. What is the least possible value of the least common multiple of A and C? Well, this is just a bunch of like deducing patterns and then applying that pattern to other combinations. So let's start with the first option. A and B has a least common multiple of 12. Now, first of all, before we begin, what does the least common multiple mean? It just means that A and B, right, we multiply them with a certain constant, right? They don't have to be necessarily the same. Two different constants to get the smallest product that both of them share. For example, what is 2 and 3? What is the least common multiple of 2 and 3? Well, that's just 6, right? Because 2 and 3 obviously is 6. But how about 4 and 6? Let's say we have 4 and 6. Well, 4 is 2 times 2, and what is 6? 6 is 2 times 3. In order to have a least common multiple, the least common multiple must contain factors of both 4 and 6. So 4 must have two 2's to create it. So the least common multiple must have two 2's. But then the two 2's include the one 2 that's necessary to form 6. So we don't include three 2's, but we need a 3 to include 6. So we multiply this by 3. So that's equal to 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So the least common multiple of 4 and 6 is 12. That's the idea here. So we actually, by coincidence, found a good solution, but we can't just judge it off that. Let's continue with this question. A and B give 12, so 12 is equal to 3 times 4. And what is 15? 15 is equal to 3 times 5. Notice that I share a b in both the least common multiple of 15 and 12. So that means there must be a common factor among 12 and 15 that can be given to b. Because remember, least common multiples contain the factors of its two numbers, right? A and b. So that means 4 is just 2 squared. So what is the same number for 12 and 15? Well, that is obviously 3, right? And since we have a common number b, that means we deduce from choices 1 and 2 that b is equal to 3. Now, if b is equal to 3, then what must a equal to? Well, then obviously this has to equal 4, right? So then if this is 3 then what is c? Well, c will be 5, because that's the only way to create 15. So that means this is 5, and since a is 4, what is 4 times 5? Well, 4 times 5 is equal to 20. Therefore, your final answer will be choice A. Now, the reason why I can just multiply them together is because I'm trying to find the least common multiple between 4 and 5. 4 is equal to 2 times 2. 5 is equal to 1 times 5, or just 5, right? In order to create the least common multiple must contain factors of both 4 and 5. Well, to create 4, I need two 2's, right? But in order to create a 5, I need that 5. So therefore, 2 times 2 times 5 gives 20. Nonetheless, your answer is A.